Thank you so much for joining me today. And today I am going to show you something a little different in a scrapbook layout. I am going to show you how I pieced together a few sheets of paper, some scraps of paper, to create a cool mosaic effect. And I've also done the same with a picture of Benson and Genevieve. It's not a unique idea to myself, but I just thought I would share my take on it with you, and hopefully you can utilize this in your own scrapbooking. Thanks for watching. Okay, so here is the start of my scrapbook page. As you can see, I'll show you both pictures here. I have this picture of Benson and Genevieve, and this is the original photo. And then I took it and I blew it up a little bit, and I cut it up into 1 inch by 1 inch squares. And the way I did that was with the Purple Cow paper cutter, and it's a rotary cutter and it works great for this kind of thing. So I'm going to just show you real quick how I did that. I'll set this aside just so you get the idea. Here's a picture of me with my guy, Donnie Osmond. And his head actually got cut off in the printing of this picture because of the way it was cropped, and I'm not sure what happened. It was Walmart's fault. But since it's messed up and I have a few other ones of this, I'm just going to go ahead and show you how to cut this very easily. I'm actually going to just do it from this 1 inch mark right here with my Purple Cow. Now you can do this since it's a 7 inch by 5 inch, 5 by 7 photo. You can go ahead and I can go down to my 5 inch line because it gives me a whole extra inch here. 0 to 1 is 1 inch here. So I can go down to my 5 inch, lock in my tabs, and press down, and it rotary cuts for me. Just an even cut. Or you can do it starting just at the 1 inch and keep everything on your 1 inch line and keep it that way. But I'm just going to go down backwards. 1 inch, 4 inch, 3. Oh, where's my 2 inch line? 2. And then this actually needs to be cut in half at 1 inch. And you can lock it right down in place, which I love about this Purple Cow. And get it on exactly 1 inch. Just like that. Okay, so now I have all these little slices of photos that are all 1 inch. I can go ahead, I can take 2 at a time, but I like doing 1 at a time because it just makes sure that I have it exactly where I want it to be. And since I can go to the 3 inch, my 2 inch, and my 1 inch. And I'm just going to continue to do that with all of my slices until I have my perfect 1 inch squares. Okay? So we'll set this aside. Donnie and Megan are all sliced up. And I'll show you how I'm going to start putting this together. This piece of paper is Die Cuts with a View self-adhesive cardstock. They're little 6 inch by 6 inch squares. And I'm just going to go ahead and grab my AdTech glue runner, and I'm just going to glue each one of these pieces down as I need to. So I'm just going to zoom through this really fast. You can watch this in fast forward as I just whip through where these pieces need to go. And I have some thickers here. These are black vinyl letters. And I'm going to just show you real quick how I'm going to place them down on this page before I move on to my next part. I'm going to put love you to pieces. And I'm going to do it just like this. Some 1-inch squares from this. They're not going to be perfect squares because the screen is already shorter, but I'm just going to go ahead and place it in here. And let's see. And sort of to fit along with the theme of the page here, I'm going to lift up this U. And I'm going to place these little squares down here. Here's my number 2. I'm going to do it in a number 2 instead. And I'm going to do it on one of these Heidi Grace chipboard shapes. I'm just trying to figure out which one. I think I might do it on this little tag block here. I'm going to poke out the center. Instead of ribbon, I'm going to use some black hemp twine. I'll just knot it. Nothing fancy. The longest part of this page is actually cutting out the 1-inch squares and placing them. It does not take very long to do this at all. Anything on here. Okay, now what I want to do is around this picture here, I want to add some extra pieces of paper. So I picked out a few different colors and a few different ideas of what I like. And I'm just going to go ahead and layer up a few different cardstocks, patterns, designer paper, etc. And it's a great way to get rid of some scraps when they match. All right, I want to add a few hearts from Heidi Grace. Pieces placed underneath, and now the last thing I'm going to do is add a green journaling block right here. I'll just tape that down with an ATG gun. Oops. The great thing about ATG, you can just tuck it under if it gets in your way here. And I'm just going to place it right here. And then I have an extra little square here. I could even pop dot this up if I wanted to. I'm just going to place it. Before I glue all of these pieces down, I'm just going to do a little bit of white stitch work with a gel pen. I actually just got my very first white gel pen for scrapbooking. It's the Essentials Opaque White. And I've had white gel pens before, but I haven't liked using them on scrapbook pages because they are not acid-free. So I'm just going to go along the edge here. Okay, so I went a little crazy with my white gel pen this time, but that's all right. I got excited. I just got it. Okay, so there it is. Hope you love it and hope you enjoyed this video and hope that you can use this piecing effect on many different things.